Hey everybody, welcome to Pico Space and Kerbal Space Program. And today I am doing a pilot testing again for the upcoming For All PicoKind that I'm going to be doing. And basically, I've been trying to play with a bunch of different mods and seeing what works, what doesn't, etc. So today I've got it set up as sandbox so I can try a whole bunch of item mods. And I wanted to try out a couple mods that do basically shuttles because there's a lot of shuttle mods out there and I wanted to try them out along with a couple other things out here. So one shuttle mod, and I probably should switch over to the flight bay because we're going to try to launch these somewhat flight wise, is OPT. And OPT has a bunch of really cool parts that I have no idea how to put any of them together at all. But if we go over here, it's got like this little sub screen. And basically you can pick sort of what you want based on the size. Now, there are various sizes here that are like J, K. I'll explain what KH is in a second. Stale, Avatar, and it's called Humpback. And if we go here for a second and we want K and H, there we go. So if we take K, it gives us this avatar-ish looking one, but it's a shuttlecraft. And then we'll take a docking bay, and then we'll take a KH docking bay. You can sort of see here that it's got this hump. And this took me a little while to figure out, but apparently that's the H part. And you can put the H, if I do this properly. Oh, is it going to let me do it? Nope. Should fit like right on top. Maybe not with that piece. Oops, I deleted it. Let's see here. How about that one? Oh. Well, I had it before where I could just stick it up the top. Maybe this one? Because that's supposed to sit here at the top. Okay, so I'm not sure what happened here, but yeah, that's fun. Hey guys, welcome to the stream. There's Israel Space Agency, Spaceflight Simulator, and Prime Aerospace. Welcome. Yeah, I'm playing around with this new mod that basically builds like space planes. And I'm trying to figure out like what it does in turns. But like you can basically build a bunch of different types of space planes, which I think is absolutely cool. But if I do this, I'm just trying to see if it works well because it's one of those older mods that didn't quite get updated, but it still looks like it's a part mod that should work. And it comes like with a cargo bay, and if we hit here, it opens the bay doors, retracts the bay doors. And then I think it also has, like, there's a bunch of different couplers on the back, and obviously there's like crew compartments, fuel, and all that stuff. But I'm going, oh, it's down here. That's the big one. Where's the smaller one? So what's For All PicoKind going to actually be? So it's going to be basically a little bit of like a role play, but like missions and stuff. So I'm going to set that up. I want to test everything out, like in terms of like the life support system and other stuff to make sure it works because I don't want to go and be like, yeah, we're doing this and then get like 3. You know what? Let's build a smaller craft. Figure this out later. Let's pick stale. Apparently stale. All right, and we can pick like this one here. There you go. And then we're gonna pick a cargo bay. This one's got, now this one's got a little bit interesting one because it is, I think it's, no, edit tank. It's not what I want. Is there a way to open this, or is it just a cargo bay? It doesn't open. Maybe. Let's see here. Huh. Then there's apparently a freight adapter. Okay. So you can do that. and then have a freight cargo bay. Does this one open? This one opens. There you go. So yeah, you have it open there, close it. And this is kind of a neat one. I've been sort of playing around with this, like a small engine. But I thought there was one that... Oh, this is the one that opens. There you go. Yeah, this one opens top and bottom. So you can like have it where you can drop stuff through it and whatnot. So that's the Mark II. And I guess this is the Mark I. Yeah, and the Mark I opens. I'm not sure why there's the difference between Mark I and Mark II, but yeah, there's a couple different versions. Oh, they don't... Yeah, okay. Because this has it where this mod has it where it's like the OPT, and then there's OPT Legacy. And then I think this one has it where, yeah, it does have the... Oh, this is the freight cargo. Does it have a regular cargo tail? Maybe. I know one has it where it has a back, and basically you can roll, like if you had a rover, you could like roll the rover out the back. But yeah, and then you got some wings, and obviously you could use any wings you want. But it does come with its own set of wings that I think is kind of cool. And they can get like really quite fancy. But if we go here, we're just going to pick size. Let's pick some big wings. There we go. So there's a wing. Now, some of these wings have it where they have the, like this little winglet here. It has the surface, if I can bring it, oops. There we go. Like the flight surface is installed. Other ones, it doesn't, and you have to like match it up. So I go here and I say main wing type B. Now I have to find the main wing type B aileron right there. Nope. That's the winglet. Type B aileron. There we go. And then you sort of have to stick it in here, and this is the one thing I don't particularly like about this mod, if I can scroll around here, is that the ailerons don't really sit very well in there. So you have to sort of go here with the move tool, and then you have to rotate. Oops, that went too far. There you go. And then sort of move it into place. It still works great. It's just... I don't know why it has this weird feature. I say feature when I mean part that does weird stuff. But it does kind of fit when it works properly. Maybe I have to hold Shift or Alt or something like that to give it a... There we go. Shift key. So there you go. Like it fits in there. It's good. Obviously, we can use a bunch of different engines. This has liquid fuel and oxidizer. The storage bay, we'll close that for a second, does not have any. And the front, what does it have? It also has liquid fuel and oxidizer. Okay. So we're going to go like this. Click on this. We're going to pull those wings back. And then we're just going to jam some engines in here. And then they have the insanely overpowered engines. I don't think there is an engine in here that isn't like stupidly overpowered. Like these things are designed to like really go things. They have ramjets and stuff like that. I think these guys, let's try these guys here. There you go. We only really need 2 engines. What else do we have? Yeah, like, there's a pile of stuff here, but I think 2 engines is fine. And we'll go. Yeah, it looks so cool. And yeah, it has an avatar hull and it has a whole bunch of different stuff. I just want to see if it actually works well. Because I haven't tried it yet. It has a little thing which we probably... I don't know if we need it. I think it'll probably stick a Kerbal in here. I have some settings that need to have control. It also has like heat resistant cones and anyway, a whole bunch of cool stuff. But we're just going to see if we can actually fly. That's the important part. Can we actually fly? Let's stick landing gear here. If we can do that. Maybe just do it on here. Oops. Yep. Turn it the right way. Sort of close. There we go. That looks pretty good. And then on the front, I think we can go with a medium or something like that. I don't know. I don't tend to put too big on the front. All right, there we go. And I'm assuming we have a Kerbal in here. Flip the H cargo bay around. Oh, okay. Okay, no, that's good. Now, so we can quickly do that. Actually, we can't because we're on the wrong rocket, but that's okay. We'll test it out in a second because I'm not sure how far this will actually fly. I did test this out a little earlier, and let's just say, with this engines and all this stuff, you really have to sort of go up really quickly because the engines are designed for like really big craft, like lots of weight, fully kitted down, cargo bays, all that stuff. And then I'm flying with a test craft. I turn the engine on, and the engine's like, "You want to go 2,000 kilometers at the ground level? No problem." And then things explode. So let's see. And then obviously this happens. Yeah, the back is apparently overweighted. All right, well, let's see. Is this going to actually just shoot straight up in the air? Probably. Here we go. All right, we're actually pushing it down on the runway. This is so overpowered. All right, let's go and see if it's actually take off now. Uh-oh. Don't. There we go. Oh, I lifted the gears off too early. I gotta get it off the ground now. Okay. Well, it almost worked. So we're just gonna try it one more time, and then we're gonna go. Welcome, Cache Designer, to this crazy stream. If you're wondering why we're streaming, just I'm testing a bunch of stuff out because I'm hoping to do like this narrative RP kind of thing, like role playing, but also like do different types of missions and basically have people suggest missions to me for all PicoKind. I did write sort of a it's gonna come down. Yeah. But come up with like ideas and stuff like that and whatnot. And of course, this does have a cockpit that looks pretty cool. I have a bunch of things in so I can walk around most cockpits. All right, we're gonna try to get this on the ground. There we go. And see if we can do this. And it's gonna turn that way. Oh shoot! Turn back onto the. Come on. I don't think that wing is gonna actually. I don't think we have a tail. I don't think we have a functional tail at all. Oh, we've lost the ailerons. Okay. That's not good. I don't know where they went. I guess they weren't attached. Oh, no, maybe they're working. I don't know. The ailerons we cannot see, but I think I can pull up. No, I don't think I have any control. What's? Oh, no. And we're down the water. Well, I think the ailerons are there. Then we go into the water as we try this thing. I think I have a mod that allows us to go in the water. Alright, let's see if we can. I just think this is probably too light. But yeah, we No, I think that's about the best we can do. But pull up, this is actually gonna go up. I think we lost complete control. We're just literally shooting around here. So we're gonna kill those engines. And we're gonna go back to the hangar. We're gonna build the bigger plane, so we can try to see if that works. Yeah, because that's sort of what we're trying to do, and but yeah, so that kind of works, but the wings kind of fell apart. All right, well, we're gonna try something slightly different here. So I'm gonna go K&H here. Got a couple things in here, and we wanted. Somebody mentioned the avatar, so this is the avatar here. But I wanted to see if the K&H worked because somebody did mention here that it kind of does something. Let's pick this one, just for lack of. That's the one we had before. Pick a hollow fuselage. I can't pronounce English today. We're gonna go here, and you said rotate it around because I'm just trying to see, like, if it looks like that, and I go like this, it's backwards now, right? Okay. And if I go here, can I stick that piece on top? See, that's the part that I'm not sure, because I had it earlier where I could do it. So if I'm wondering if when I add the legacy part, it broke something. Because it should theoretically just sit like right on top. Like I know there's pieces here, but those are not the attachment points that it's supposed to go to. So I'm not sure why. Okay. Well, we're going to take that out for a second here, and we're going to go to the avatar one and see how this one goes together. because this one has a cargo bay. But it's got this weird front nose cone that doesn't really match any of the pieces. Is this one? No. That doesn't match. Huh. Maybe it says OPT Legacy. No. Yeah, these are all the OPT Legacy parts. So I think when I added OPT Legacy, not everything is working properly. So I may have to take that one out. Oh, there we go. Haha. Okay. Never mind. We're good. We're going to put our hollow... Oops. That's a hollow fuselage, and it doesn't do anything. Like, it literally, you could like leave a driver in here or something like that, and then you put the cargo tail in, and then you can drive the... Like, if you had a rover or something, you'd attach it in here, and then you could drive it out. But I'm also certain that it has a cargo. If we look for it, there's the cargo bay, and I'm certain the cargo bay opens the bay doors. So you can sort of have it where if you're planning on launching stuff into space, you can use cargo bays and drop it up down. Obviously, with the cargo bay, you can also do it upside down and drop stuff upside down, although I think it's designed to be this way. Then you have this bay here, and then you can have it where it's got the exit in the back. So we're gonna take this whole thing. This is much bigger this time. There's a lot more. We're going to track the bay doors. We're going to close the cargo ramp. So like this can hold a lot of like cargo. And then we're going to go here. We're going to pick. I want to go by size because I think this is going to need a really big wing. Of which somebody's probably going to say, "Hey, it should be the Avatar wing," which I have no idea which one that is. But how about this one? No, this is too small. No, maybe it is the biggest one. No, that's not, could be a big. It needs to be pretty big, and then this is probably bigger than the craft is designed to be for. These are small. Rightio. And it's got like a whole bunch of parts for adding in stuff, but we kind of just want a giant wing. Giant wing. These are too small. I know they're too small. How about this one? Nope. Alright, well. I guess we're going with main type wing B again, because that worked so well the first time. And then we can pick kind of some semi-realism here. No. Wing, let's see. How about that? Yeah, there you go. Okay, so we just got to go find that silly aileron again, and this time see if we can attach it properly so it doesn't fall off. Winglet. Type B. All right. Come on. Stop being an innie. All right. Okay, so we got that. Yay. And then we just got to add some engines. So there are some other engine options here that are really kind of neat. I have no idea how these things are supposed to work at all. But like there's a pile of them. But I think we can probably get away with whatever this is if it's pointing in the right direction. There we go. You know what? Let's do it this way. Because I'm certain this is how it's supposed to go. And the wing's backwards. Great. And the wing is forward. All right, there you go. And then we just need some engines, which I think are these guys here. And again, that looks just absolutely amazing. And then we're going to go and put some. We can also use like regular landing gear, like they have the regular landing gear here as an option. If you don't want to use their cool futuristic stuff. And then hopefully this time the back of the plane is not as heavy as the front of the plane. The whole thing flips backwards. Just gonna put a little bit the front there. There we go. So we have that, and then we need to add a little bit more winging in here because obviously we need to. I want wings, not winglets. How about type C? There we go. All right, so we're going to stick these guys here on the top, bottom. And then we're going to grab this rotating tool again because apparently everything in this pack needs to be rotated. We're going to get them straight. There we go. And then I'm going to figure out what the name of this thing was again. There we go. Winglet type C, right? Yep, winglet type C. So we're going to find the aileron for winglet type C. Probably one of the smaller pieces. Yep, there it is. Oh, this one here just needs a... Nope. There we go. That's even better. Okay. That's not perfectly up and down, so we're just going to give it a little nudge, which is probably going to break the whole thing. But there we go. All right, so let's try launching this guy here. Oh, you know what? We should actually see if we can put something in it. I'm taking options. What do people think I should put in here? Deploy cargo ramp, and then I want to also deploy the bay doors. So, how to do this? Because I don't know. I just don't think it can just sit there. I think we have to actually attach it. So we need a coupling point. So we're gonna grab a docking port. No, we'll grab a bigger docking port. Docking port senior. There we go. Put it the right way. Hold down Alt. Put in there. There you go. Okay. Whew. B9 procedural wings go really good with OPT. All right, I will definitely give that a shot and see what I can do. And I just put this payload bay in here so we can add something. We're just going to add, let's say, a fuel tank. I think that's not a big fuel tank. There you go. A small fuel tank. And then we're going to grab some ground stuff. What do we got here? Yeah, we got a pile of different wheels from stuff I have, but I want this one here. I say that, and then I realize that these are probably too small. They are too small. We need bigger wheels. What do we have? We got these wheels here. Oh, they're too big. Those wings are huge. How about these guys? Rover Max Model 1? Yeah, there we go. All right, so we're gonna... It's actually not great that this is we're trying to do this right beside that Kerbal engineering thing. All right, and then, oops, nope. Still getting the rotation thing down. There's one set. There's two sets. We're going to add a, not lander can, that would be silly, a probe core of some sort. That's not that big. Oh, we'll put a Stay Putnik on it because that's always a good idea. And then we're going to add in here is a utilities. And we're going to add in here, oh, come on, where is it? There it is. A radial parachute. That's right. We're going to fly up, drop this out, and then hopefully parachute it down. So with that said, what else do we want? I want a camera. There we go. Give me a camera. Oh, the camera's pointing into the thing. There you go. And we want a camera so we can watch it be ejected. Okay. So now we just have to go here to the action tabs because obviously if I'm doing this, I don't want to have to open the bay to do it. So we're going to go I think it's undock or no, it's deactivate camera. Where's the docking one? I think it's undock. There you go. So undock. Okay. That will undock that, and we're good on that one. Track bay doors. And we're just going to make 2. Click on here. Part here. It's going to toggle. There you go. So 2 toggles the ramp, 1 releases the pod. All right. Track cargo bay. And we got engines. All the engines are there. We just have to make sure we hit that before we do this. Okay. So we're going to give this a flight trial and see if this works, and hopefully there's enough fuel and everything. It seems like it'll burn up. Well, that's why I added the parachute on it, to see if it actually will do it. And I've added the node in to look at B9 procedural wings. So we'll add that a little bit. 9 procedural wings. I do have a pile of mods on here, so I've been going through and testing it out. That just exploded in midair. What happened? All right, well, we're going to go to the Space Center. Have I considered Interstellar Extended? Not really. I can go through some of the parts that I got, and I'll do that right after we see if we can launch that plane, or if it's just going to blow up on us again. As I said, it's one of those. Apparently, my plane isn't here. Why is my plane not there? Or do I have to find it on this thing here, and it's probably not on here because I didn't actually do anything. No, these are all. Okay. Well, that's kind of blurk. Okay. Well, how fast can I rebuild that? I don't know. Yeah, I haven't done a lot of interstellar stuff. Like I've picked up a couple high-powered things, but I don't want a lot of huge interstellar stuff because I'm not flying to like another solar system. There's the plane. We're gonna save that so it doesn't magically disappear. We're gonna launch it and see if this time it blows up in the sky, because it should be on the runway. It's where we sort of told it to go. So that's what we're going to try on that one and see if that works. And then we're going to try to do a mission to MIMMIS, I think is what I was going to go with, because I wanted to test out the life support system and see how that goes. So to MIMMIS. And yeah. So that's not good. That is not good at all. We're going to open up CCAN here and see how it goes. There we go. Some good SSTO fusion engines. Possibly. All right, so I want to find legacy. Yeah, the thing's blowing up in the background. Okay, so I have OOT Spaceplane. I added legacy in, and legacy clearly causes things to explode, so I'm going to take it out for right now. This is still half exploding, so we're going to task manager that and say goodbye. We'll load it up in a second. But I'm going to take out that because I know it worked with just normal OTT. Like if I go here, it's all OT or OPT. It worked. It had the reconfig and the space plane continued. That seemed to work relatively well. I just added in the legacy because apparently there's some extra parts in there, but that's where I ended up having all those problems and nothing seemed to fit together. So hopefully that's going to work. Now you're suggesting interstellar. Interstellar redistributed, or this one here. That's the other thing. Like you have to be really careful with the. Look at this one here, because there's like this one here comes out, and it's got some neat. Oh yeah, and half this website, my Bitdefender gets really upset at. So, and then there's like a bazillion tools, etc. So I don't know. It's sort of a neat one, but yeah, I'm not sure about that one. And then we're just gonna start it up again. It does take a little time to load Kerbal Space Program 2 with all the mods, because I think I have 200. How many mods do I have? 203. So I've been trying to pare it down. So that's part of the testing. Why I'm doing testing for PicoSpace, for all PicoKind and stuff, is because I'm like, I want to do it, but I don't want to do it with parts that I don't need, and I also don't want to overdo it. So what I'm trying to do today was try out that OPT thing, because that's something I added in. I thought was neat. But the other thing I wanted to try to do, uh, more importantly, I think today, was test out the life support system that I put in. Because I've gone and put in a couple different life support mods. So I put in something called Kerbal Health, which gives them radiation, and it also gives them habitation, so that you can't just stuff them all in a can and say good luck. The other one is I don't have. Hmm. Yeah, so I thought about MKS. So I don't have MKS on here, and I don't have USI life support. That's the other option I was looking at doing. So I wanted to do sort of a min-miss mission with the one life support system, and then I was going to do another min-miss mission later with this other life support system, and then see which one I liked more. Not so much which one killed the Kerbals faster, but like which one I thought was like more reasonable, because I want to have things like snacks and all this other cool stuff in there, but I don't want to have it where I'm like I have Kerbals just dying everywhere all the time. I definitely want something that's a little bit more reasonable, because I don't want to be saying, "Oh, I'm going to run this mission here and then have to run another mission," and while I'm flying to Duna, everyone on Minmus dies, because then you end up having to like try to manage like multiple missions at once, and I'm not a big fan. I have no idea how to build this thing. I've seen it so many times, and I'm like, I don't know how to build that. So I probably should learn. Um, and then, yeah, then there's simple construction and extraplanetary launch pads. I got one. I think it's called. Yeah, I think I have the. Oops, 1 second here. Launch pads. Yeah, I have extraplanetary launch pads in here. Simple construction. I don't have simple construction on here, and it currently seems to be not an option. We'll see. Um, pop that up here. Zero Kerbal, so his stuff is usually pretty good. This one's probably not too bad. I can definitely check it out and see if it's worth adding. If I put this one in, then I have to take out something else. Extra planetary launch pad. Yeah, I'm not surprised it conflicts with it. I think it's definitely an either or situation. I'll have a look at it and see which one I like the most. Again, I'm trying to design this so that I can have these extra things in here, because it's again a bit of a role playing, like have a little bit of risk versus being like, man, the Kerbals are invincible and they're all over the place. The big issue I have with it is, hi Pedro, is that with all these different mods, I have to make sure like they work well together and they don't have any like weird glitches, like exploding 100 feet up above the runway. Uh, and that's because I don't want to go and like make it and have it like this little like role playing series and have like all these Kerbals running around doing stuff, and then find out that there's this major glitch that's going to cause me problems, and then be like, well, what happened in season 1, episode 5? Well, the whole game crashed, and welcome to season 2, and we're going to restart because everyone died a horrible, horrible death. So let's get start. New one, default, sandbox, and we're going to hit start. Yes, we're going to overwrite because I made a change. That's the other thing I found is that a lot of these things will break saves and break the game if you don't like start a new one. So we're going to do that, but we're going to try to go to min-miss at this point. And we're going to do that because we want to see how Kerbal health works. Because right now I have Kerbal health and snacks set up. So snacks are the food you have to take. Very simple, the most simple life support system you have. And then Kerbal health adds sort of this HP radiation thing to the Kerbal's astronauts, although there's no way to actually see it on the screen. The only way you can see it is if you hit this health bar. And you can see here, I got all these lovely healthy Kerbins that are going to go to min-miss, and I have 4 of them, so I think we're going to go. Oh, okay. Brazil. Cool. Poco the Espanol, but I think you're actually Portuguese, and no Portuguese, unfortunately. All right, so we're gonna go to min-miss, and yeah, we're gonna go to min-miss. We need boop 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 boop. I don't know. We need. I'm gonna need to say 4. So probably the lunar can would probably work. Yeah, I also have like all these different things. So we could do this. We could do that. There you go. What is this actually called? Crew cabin size. But podular. Okay, there we go. Podular. Go like that. Give me the fuel tank. Aha. Okay. Do that like that way. Okay. And then we're going to put a oh, wait, this is yeah, no, this works. No, it doesn't work. I know what I'm forgetting. Haha. I'm forgetting the heat shield. Otherwise, this is going to be a very short trip. There we go. And then we go here. If I thought I knew how to play this game, I'd do like a speed run or something like that, but that not work? There we go. Okay, so that's going to be our lander, and then we need some legs. What do we have here for legs? K&K attachable landing gear. What does this look like? Oh, that looks cool. That is a horrible idea. What else do we have here? Like I know what I'm doing. Landing struts, pretty standard landing struts, but we have all this other stuff I've never used before. There we go. How about that? Toggle gear deployment. I think it needs to be on an angle. If it's not on an angle, it's gonna have problems. So, what do we have? Oh, this one looks kind of neat. What's this do? Are you kidding me? I'm like, I got all these landing legs, and they all are kind of silly. No, especially on the inside. No, it's just same old. Okay, so let's go to boop, 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 structural, and we're just gonna grab this guy here, and we're gonna grab how many of them? 4. 8, yeah. We'll grab 6. 6 is a good number. Then we'll grab here. This is not a good idea at all. That just looks silly. All right. And I don't want to look silly. What could we do? Because looks are 99% of what this is. Uh, oh, there we go. That doesn't look silly at all. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. So now we have this. We can slap an engine pad on the bottom. Where is it? Nope, too big. Oh, yeah, it's going to be smaller now. There we go. We're going to go 4-1. We're going to grab some engines. I have so little knowledge about these engines. Oops. How much fuel does this give us? That actually is probably enough, to be honest. But there we go. All right, and then we're going to put in a cup. Is this a coupler? It is a coupler. Okay. Then we need some fuel. Fuel, fuel, fuel. Why? Because we need to build a giant rocket. Actually, you know what? We need a thing to cover this whole thing. Because that would not work well if we do that. Okay. I'm forgetting basic stuff. Basic stuff. Like size. I gotta set so it's always at size because I always want size. All right. There we go. So that's gonna be there, and then we need to add some parachutes on here. And if we don't do that, we're gonna run into trouble very, very quickly. Because without parachutes, I find everything kind of burns up in the atmosphere. I also figured out how to not have as many items on these things. Para. Oh, there we go. Give it 3 parachutes because it's kind of big. And then we're going to see if we can go like this. Drogue chutes. There we go. And what? 1 drogue chute here. And 1 drogue chute here. Just enough to slow us down the upper atmosphere as we come down and land on this planet that we need to go to. All right. Cargo bay. We got to find the larger. This is it here. No, still too small. Still too small. It's one of these. That's. I want to say that's too big. There we go. Goldilocks. Just the right size. Oops. Clamshell deployment on. Edit the fairing. There we go. We don't actually need to do that, but I'm doing it anyway. All right, and this is all going to go up here. And now we need to figure out how much Delta V2. Is this the one? No, that's extraplanetary launch pads. Nope. Which one of these is it? No. Oh, this is the. Yeah, I have this one so I can build really big rockets outside. Delta V tools, engineering report. I had a mod that would tell me this is called Astrogator, but I have no idea where it is. Of course. Oh well, we're just going to do it the old-fashioned way. More fuel than we absolutely need. And We just have to find the right fuel tank. It's still too small. And that's too big. Are you kidding me? Too big. There we go. I'm assuming 4 of these and a decent engine will get us where we need to go. Too small. How's that one go? That gets us almost to the atmosphere on the first stage. But it's not powerful enough. No, that's not going to do us any better. This is 1,000. So what do we got here? It's even more. There we go. Okay. So now we're going to go over here. We're going to grab the biggest boosters that we have because boosters are cool. And it's the Kerbal solution to everything. Those are way too big. Those are probably decent. Yeah, that'll do. All right. Move that engine there. Cool. Awesome. And we're going to go to, where did I say we're going? Shoot. Minmus. Hey, Henry. So they have been moved to the Pico satellites. So that's the CubeSat pack. So I moved all the small satellites there. And I just did that because, yeah, I think that just made sense to put all the small ones there. I'm 90% sure that's where they are. But anything I removed from a pack just means I moved it somewhere else. These look slightly too small. Good enough, right? Okay, so that's there. That's going to launch. It's going to fly. We're going to add some stabilization wings on here because, yeah, delta winglets, cool. Just simply because I like to have a little bit of control on my spacecraft when it goes up than just guessing that's going to go. Although with this giant thing here, I don't know if the winglets will actually see anything. But there we go. So that's going to land us on the thing. We're good there. We're not doing any science or anything like that. We're just going to land and then fly back because what our goal is to see is how much health and stuff that they take when we do this. And we have a whole bunch of different factors. Like there's EVA, isolation, home. So I don't know. And it's training it. So anywho, training info. They have not been trained on anything. Awesome. Health report. Cool. And yeah, you can train them so they're less stressful, but I just want to see if this actually is going to work and do this. So this is Minmus life support test. All right, there we go. We're going to launch this and go and see where we get to and if this actually takes off, because I'm finding with some of the parts, the delta V and the thrust to rate ratios aren't always great. I sort of have to overestimate them by about 10 to 15%. Have you checked the Discord, Henry? Because they should be there. I can always double check to make sure I didn't accidentally delete them. But yeah, there should be like about there should be the PicoSat, which is kind of big, and then there should be the CubeSat contest, which were quite small. So I can definitely check that out. And away we go. Another mod I have in here is that all the Kerbals have different haircuts. And I'm going to be having it where I'm going to make my own, where they have their own like colored skin and a few other things. So I think that's going to be neat, just to add some differences so we can easily see which Kerbal's which. They're all wearing the same uniform right now, the orange one, but I have it where I can change the what they're wearing as well. It can only be done at the astronaut complex, so these guys are stuck with that for this trip. As we hopefully start really late our gravity turn, and there's a reason why we did that. Yeah, welcome to things exploding. All right, revert to launch. we're gonna try that again. So what do I think about modding Spaceflight Simulator? So I actually had a lot of fun modding Spaceflight Simulator back last year in the fall. The big issue I had was that we were supposed to be getting the 1.6 update that was supposed to add the astronauts and add all the stuff in there. And the problem I ran into was that it never came out, and then he was adding water, which is something I was looking at doing, and I sort of got to that point where it's like, I don't want to make stuff and then have to fix everything. It's like, I have hundreds of parts, like hundreds of parts and mods. Like if he adds something into the game that breaks everything, I'm going to probably end up having to spend like a whole weekend fixing that. And that to me is sort of where I'm at. I really like to make some more mods, but number one, I'm not sure if he's going to bring in stuff that's going to break stuff. I don't want to do all the work and then have him turn around and come up with a mod that does the same thing. And three, and I'm going to be honest, I really want it for mobile. I'm sorry, but there's so many Spaceflight Simulator people. Like you see, I post on my videos new mods I made or how to use some of them that I've already made. And then people are like, how do I get this? How do I get this? I'm like, well, if you're not on PC, you can't get it. And like, I think that the PC players represent probably less than 0.1% of players. So I feel like I'm disappointing people a little bit more, which is partly why I'm looking at Kerbal Space Program 1 and Kerbal Space Program 2 and some other PC games, because I'm like, I'm on a PC, I'm playing on a PC. If you're playing on mobile, like, that's great, I 100% support that, but I don't like listening to my channel where everyone's like, oh, I can't do this on my iPhone or my Android, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I wish I could help, but it's up to the dev to do it. So yeah, so I'll be doing Kerbal. I may try to make a mod for Kerbal Space Program 1, but I think mainly I'm going to do Kerbal Space Program 2. I'm just waiting for them to get a few things like science out and stuff, just so that we can sort of see how it works. So we're relatively confident that if I make something, it's not going to break the minute they bring out science and that progression. Because I'd like to do some science core probes and stuff like that, and again, like a PicoSat system, because I do like launching usually smaller craft and doing all that probe stuff and dealing with like the probe transfer and stuff. So we'll see how that goes, and once we get going on that, we'll also see like what people want and where the Kerbal Space Program 2 has. This is what's that comment? Houston, we have a problem. Where's the engine on this? Oh, I think I have to do it this way. I'm hoping I'm doing this the right way and I don't accidentally eject the engines. Oh, good, the engines didn't get ejected. Okay. Now we're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way, but let's There we go. Clear that rocket and debris. Okay, so this is going to be our little vessel. I'm hoping we have enough Delta V to go somewhere. We probably don't. We're going to add a maneuver here. How much Delta V is it just going to get me out? Oh, this is... Why does it say I can do this? It says I can do this. I definitely don't have enough Delta V to do this. Well, let's see. Well, I don't know. Yeah, it says we don't have enough. We can't even get out of the atmosphere because that was such a poor orbital burn. And now I can't seem to hit that. Oh well. Not enough Delta V. Yeah, well, I guess we're going to test the... We're going to test the heat shield capabilities of this craft and landing, I guess. and then we'll restart it and go. We'll just have to hire a new crew, and then we'll relaunch. Because this crew will be taking time off. After they take how much radiation dosage? Boop. There you go. So they're getting. So this is the health monitor from Kerbal Health. So basically, they have radiation here, and then they also have different. Like this is how much health they lose per Kerbal day. So they're losing 3.93 health per day. So if we look at the details on one of them, and they're all three going to be pretty much the same, we can see here that, oh no, because they've got different quirks. So he's got lead skin, so he won't actually lose health from that, but he's Heartbreaker, so if there's no girls on this craft, which there are not, he's not super happy. He's losing one because he's in microgravity. He's losing shelter and exposure. The radiation is there, and you can sort of see all these other things here. And you can see his health. So if we go here and we close this off, and we're going to pick one of them. Let's pick, we'll pick the guy we just looked at. So now here's on EVA, okay? So he's on EVA, and he's just going to back off a bit. Then he's going to go forward a little bit so we don't fly too far away. There we go. Okay. So he's on EVA, which means the sun is hitting him full force. Which if I bring this up and I put it over here for you guys, I just want to see, does he actually lose? He's at 57 K per day. So he loses a lot more because he's out here on EVA. Now he's behind the ship. I don't think that actually changes anything. Nope. So he can't hide from the sun behind the ship. EVA adds a lot of radiation, so they can only be outside for a short period of time. He can be outside for 3 solid days. So if he was to get lost, I'd have 3 days to rescue him before he basically baked in the sun while going around Kerbal. If he's farther away from the sun, the radiation is less, and also depends on how far out, and like if he's in space high, space low, and all that stuff. There's a mod. Well, it's not. The mod isn't to manage the genders in the can. What it is it's got a mod which is basically Heartbreak or something like that in the Kerbal Health, which basically says that if you have, I think it's, if he's by himself he's sad, or if he's by himself and there's no other, like there's not an opposite sex Kerbal, he's sad. So yeah. as silly as that is, apparently that exists. So, but yeah, so he's taking a pile of radiation. So he will obviously be, oops, grab his F. There we go. If we go like this and we move him over here, we can see that his health, he's actually lost a little bit more health than the rest of them by like 0.1 by being out here for a few minutes. Obviously, if he's on here for the whole journey outside, he'd definitely have a much worse time. So let's see if we can get him here. Board. So there's that. But yeah, no, they all have little quirks. So then we have it here. So there's all these different like IVAs, internal vehicle things. But if I hit Y, there we go, I unbuckled. I can actually move around in here. Ooh. So that's going to be a bit of fun. And I think there's a way to get out. Yeah, so I can go EVA here, and I'll EVA. And I'm not sure if I can, because not all these models do this, but some of them will allow you to pass through to the other side of some stuff if they have the connected areas, and that's the other thing. So that one clearly doesn't. And then you can go here, and you can enter in your seat. I think pressing some of these buttons do certain things on some of the craft. I'm still playing around with it. I think this one's just, it's nicely looked. It has a whole bunch of stuff here, so that's cool. And I think I brought no, I didn't bring a camera, so I can't cycle through the cameras, but I have a whole bunch of camera mods, so you can look through cameras. Like right now, the only camera on the ship is here in the crew hatch, which if I do this, it'll come up and it shows me this. And this is looking straight out the spaceship right now. so I can move it. And the reason for this is the docking port camera. So I have a mod that adds docking port cameras onto all the docking ports. So you can use it to blind yourself, then go like that and see Kerbin in this kind of old timey-wimey black and white look. So that's kind of neat. I like this. I think this is cool. Hit backspace. We're back here at the spacecraft as we're heading towards Kerbal. And I guess at this point we should probably be telling them to spin the capsule the other way, retrograde, because we're going to head back to Kerbin, and we're going to get a whole bunch of other people. No, don't smash into the ground. Oops. I don't know why it's having trouble. Come on. There you go. Awesome. And then the other thing I have here, and I want to play, so you can see the ship in the dark right now. So I have a mod, and I want to play with it a little bit, which allows me to change the lighting. And I like this for a couple reasons. And I just got to find it here because it doesn't allow me to have it totally dark. Like I realize when you're playing here, there's minimum ambient lighting. So it's got day mode, night mode, etc., and it gives you a little bit of a minimum. And I'm wondering if I can adjust this on the fly. Nope. Maybe if I hit accept. No, settings. So it's working for the spaceship, but it should also be working for the planet. Oh, it's in day mode. That's probably why. Okay. Resuming flight. Okay, so I can't see the planet. Might have to figure that out. I thought it did the planet, but it shows you the spacecrafts. So the spacecrafts are there, so it's useful for docking and stuff. You might consider that a little bit of a cheat, but the reality here is that if I'm watching this and I'm streaming it for you guys, if this was all black, I know what I'm trying to do. You guys be like, I don't know what he's trying to do, but he's just been sort of goofing off with a black circle. I also have it here with the lighting. Oh, maybe I can do that. Can I transfer crew? Transfer crew. No crew on part. Tablet here. Transfer crew. We're going to transfer Bob to this part over here. There you go. And then it turns the lights on. So I got something called crew light. So whenever there's a crew in a capsule, the lights automatically turn on. Also, in EVA, if they fly around or stuff, the lights turn on so that they can sort of see a little bit better. And then we can go here, and I think who we moved here. So go view here, and he is sitting in this little tiny box thing, and it's all by himself right now. Can I unbuckle? No, I can't unbuckle on this part. So this part doesn't really, it looks cool on the outside, but doesn't really have the full IVA inputs on the inside. So not sure how much I'm going to keep the pods, because they do look cool, like because they do add features, but they don't have all the cool stuff that I would like. Anyhow, we're going to flip through and get these guys on the ground and then pick up our B team crew here somewhere. Oh, wait. I just realized something. These guys are actually in orbit, and I have no fuel. So these guys are stuck in orbit. Oopsies. Oh, so Henry, what you've done is you've the dim thing is F2, I believe, dims the screen because it does this. When you do this in Spaceflight Simulator, it dims the home screen and buttons and everything. So all you have to do is get onto the other screen and hit F2, and once it goes like this, the home screen's restored. Yeah, it's one of the little quirks on that particular mod. It's not my mod, it's the other mod that you got that does that. So, okay, so these guys are stranded in orbit. That is a bag of suck. All right, well, we're going to go to the Space Center, and we're going to build ourselves another rocket. It's not a big problem because I added a docking port onto these guys, so they actually have a way of being rescued. I cannot tell you how many times like I do stuff and I'm like, oh, there's no docking port. Darn it. So we're going to go back here and we're going to make some minor adjustments because I don't like the rocket exploding on the pad and stuff. And I believe that is partly to do with the improved, it's called FAR, and it's basically the aerospace program. It adds more realistic air, but it has a tendency to rip rockets apart more frequently. So you have to be careful with that. I'm not. I don't have an idea what that is. That is a tiny little solid booster, isn't it? Yeah, that's cute. But that's not what I wanted. Boostotron. Okay. I want... What about that? Yeah, that'll work. Okay. We're just going to slightly improve the booster capabilities because obviously we want to go where we want to go. And we now also have to rescue some astronauts that are stuck in a spacecraft because I don't know how to play this game at all. Okay, so we're going to do this. I have no idea if I can just put this down. If there's like a way of... I've seen people do it where they can duplicate a part. I still don't know how to do this. As much as I do this, I don't actually know how to do most of this stuff. So if you're watching to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to learn how to play this game, the answer is no. No, you're not. Or you're going to learn how to play it the wrong way. I don't know where those boosters are. That might work. Is it still... Oops. I'm burning off most of the... Oh, come on. There we go. 1. Yeah, we should be good because we're taking a pretty big engine hit. Okay. Then we're gonna do this. Your engine. I know. 4 of those there. And then we're going to pick 4 of them up here. Like so. And that should give us enough because we're going to have to chase that other ship, pick it up, and take it along on our way. So 6,000, yeah, that should be enough to get to Minmus. I don't know. Support test 2. Alt click apart. Thank you. That just tells you how bad I'm at this game. I don't even know basic stuff. Like I looked up the stuff, but like I don't know. Kerbal space program onboarding is kind of hit and miss. F2 should do something, or is it F1? One of the two should do that, Henry. So I'm not 100% sure why it would not do that for you. All right. All right, so Valentina's going to rescue. She's the last Kerbal standing. Set as the target. Alright. Woohoo! So Valentine is going to rescue them. Yeah, resetting your PC might do it too. Worst comes to worst, you can always delete the config in the mod that was used. I think it's called Altair's one. I think it's the one that does it. Alright, now we're just gonna bring the engine down a little bit because we want to keep some fuel for later. And mainly the engine just keeping us straight at this point. Make sure we don't fly off in some weird angle. And then at 70, I'm just going to start making a turn. Oh, the engine's starting to overheat. Great. Everything's starting to overheat. Yay! Alright, 24. Oh, if those break, it's not the end of the world. I have a mod that turns the... Oh no, the solid boosters won't turn off. Ooh, this is going to get messy, guys. Oh no, it's not going to get messy because they're gone. Woohoo! Alright. We're going to start our gravity turn. Okay. Where did we go? Oh, this is going to be a mess. Oh no, we're down here. Okay, that's not too bad then. I was like, no, add maneuver. How much fuel are we using to do this? Oh, come on. What is it doing? Cancel that. Come on the APT. Add the maneuver. There you go. Keep going. It says we have 2,000, and we're going to need how much of it for this thing here? And that puts us at 81. That's good enough. All right, well, we're going to just maneuver planner here. Execute the next node. Probably could have just told it to do it anyway. But there we go. Turn on the RCSs. It's going to want to correct. Pop the cages off because we don't need them anymore. It's the mass we don't want. Awesome. So, woo! So we got our second. Oh, you know what? I could have just slapped a small command pod on the top of this one because it didn't need a whole second unit. Oh well. Things you learn after you're in space. We didn't need to bring an entire second lander with us. Since the first lander is... Oh no, we did, because the first lander is completely out of fuel. Right. So it's the other lander that's DOA. Alright. So this will give us our altitude that we need, and then we need to actually connect up with the other ship, which I'm going to tell you, if anyone's watched me play Kerbal Space Program 2, I do not know how to do anywhere near efficiently. I know how to do it, but you will be here for like an hour watching me try to do that. It's insane. So we're going to do it with the lazy docking method and everything, and I'm just going to mech jeb my way to it. Where is it? Rendezvous. There we go. Autopilot. Once we've got our orbit, we can then tell the autopilot to do stuff. Because if you don't do it the other way, then it ends up being a mess. And there may be Kerbal's jumping ship from one to the other. We'll see. We should be able to dock. I should be able to dock. But I don't have any like RCS on this stuff because I wasn't really planning on doing anything super RCSing. So probably should have done that too. There's a lot of things I should have done in this game for this mission because all I wanted to do was go to Midness. All I wanted to do was go to Midness. I also need to figure out how to come up with a better mod to like name the Kerbals and stuff. But I tried a couple of those and they did weird things to the astronaut complex, and then things broke, and then I had weird sounds. Didn't like those. So here we are coming up to our orbit. Done. Awesome. Great. Okay. Yeah, that's great. All right. Let's see. How much DV are we going to lose on this one? As long as it doesn't... One thing I don't like about this is that it's going to, hoping not ditch me into the water. The only thing I have to watch out for with this is that it'll go and say, hey, I've had it go and say, I'm just going to find this person, then it put me into the atmosphere. I'm like, that's not going to work. So We're doing a phase adjustment to correct for our sloppy launch that I did. As we see here, flying around. And I guess this is a good test of how long being in there. But we can again see here from a health support standpoint that they're slowly losing a bit of life, so it's not that bad, but by the end of the mission we'll see how bad that is. Also on these ships we do have snacks, so they do need to eat snacks. If they don't eat snacks, they're not going to be happy. Right now snacks are not a big issue. You know what, I'm also going to turn the light on. I know there's no crew in there, but I'm going to need that later. And then we're going to go. And if we look here, what are we doing here? We're just going to go around. There we go. And then it's going to use this to correct for... What are we doing here? Oh, yeah. We got 790 meters left before we run into issues. And we are using a lot of fuel for the RCSs, so yeah, okay. And again, I'm not sure how efficient MechJeb is doing what it does. And this does not look like an optimal orbit. Alright, what's it saying? It's going to do a Hoffman intercept after 1.5 orbits. Okay. So now it's going to try to line up these guys probably out here. So 65, okay. So we actually still have plenty of fuel left, surprisingly. What's it trying to do? Circularizing? Okay. I am not sure what this is doing at all, but I would have thought that would try to match. Alright. This might not actually work that well. Why does it have the rings? So this is called the stock ring mod. It adds rings to everything that's in stock. So like, if we were to go here, you can see Mun also has rings. Whereas if we go over here to Canyon, I don't think we can go here yet. Canyon is a mod part, so it doesn't have rings. And then, but like even the sun, if we zoom out far enough, the sun has rings. These are rings from the sun. Yeah, all the planets now have rings of varying degrees. I just did it because I thought it was cool. And I do cool things like that. So that's why, Henry, it has rings. As we are slowly waiting for this rocket to... What's it doing now? What? That's what we're doing. Oh no. Okay. And as they're out here, we're still losing health as they're out. So we've lost 1.5 now. We've been out here for about 3 hours. It's going to take us a while to get to Minmus. That's why I want to do Minmus, because I was like fly to Minmus, I land on the base, run around for like 2 minutes, jump back in. How much life is that going to use up? Because when testing these life support mods, one of the biggest issues I run into is a big question of, I don't want it to be too punishing that you end up having it where you're like, oh, I can't even get to Minimus and back without them dying. Because that's not the point of the life support mod. It's supposed to add a challenge, not make things impossible. I do have the deep freeze on here, so I could add like a deep freeze in it, and then freeze the Kerbals, and then unfreeze them when I get there. But yeah, so today I'm trying to fly to Minimus and back, because I'm trying to see how Kerbal Health works, and I want to see how snacks work, aka how many snacks do they actually eat on this little trip, to get an idea of how many snacks I'd need on like different types of missions and whatnot. Because the other option I have is I go with the Umbra Space Industries solution, which is they have a life support system and a colony system. But it gets I don't want to say it gets complicated. This thing's trying to do. I think this is going to like blow all my fuel. It keeps circulating, and then I don't think it's going to do what I want at all. I think the rendezvous is not designed to handle their eccentric orbit. I'm watching what it's doing. I'm going like, that's not right. All right, we're going to disengage this. We're going to disengage this, and we're going to now make a mess of everything by going prograde. Yeah. Here we go. All right. All right. USI and MKS is just too cool. Well, that's the other option I'm looking at. So, because right now I'm just using snacks, and then I have the what's it called? The modular one for space stations. I can't remember what it's called, but it's the one where they're U-shaped containers, which I thought made a little bit of sense. So I could do MKS instead. We're gonna try this. It'll work better. All right, and we're down to 56. Awesome. Okay, so now we're gonna go around at least once or twice. Whee! See if we can get a closer lineup of my different colored arrows. I have no idea what these arrows actually mean. There's orange ones and pink ones, and there we go. Okay. Add a maneuver here. Let's see if... Which one are we? We're the blue one. Okay. Add maneuver. Can I just get a little bit closer? No. Oh, there we go. All right. And then we'll see if we can get that intersect. How far apart are we? Separation 1.2 kilometers. That's not that bad. I actually look like I know what I'm doing. Assuming that the purples are supposed to be the way they are. It says intersect 2, I don't know what it means, but it's in 58 minutes, so that's probably 2 orbits. Yeah, so we might actually be able to do this with 100 meters per second. That's going to be a lot of delta V loss. So we're going to have to drop this engine core because I don't want to accidentally hit it. All right. Yeah, so welcome to How to Rescue Kerbals. Then we can go to where we want to go. All right. All right, so we're looking at intersect 2 and oops, wrong way. Let's see how close we can get. Oops. What happened? Oh, we lost the other intersect. Okay. Oops. All right, 7.5. No, other way. Nope, it's too far. So 7.1. All right. Let's do that. I'm gonna have to drop that stage about halfway through. That's okay. Oh boy. And then we got 7 kilometers apart. That's not great, but you know what? I just realized something. That's probably the wrong thing to do. Oh well. It's happening. Happened. There we go. Cancel that. All right. Nope. All right. Let's see if Mike Jab's gonna be happy now. Hmm. All right. Hope that's gonna work. All right. Looks like that's happier now. Yay! It's not trying to circularize and do all this other weird stuff. That's down to 1.2 kilometers. How are we doing for supplies on here? Yeah. We're going to be in trouble with electrical soon. Ooh. I didn't bring any extra batteries. We might be just going back to Kerbal and then relaunch. Oh well. Well, I thought this would be kind of neat. How are we down here? Oh, we're down to 148 meters. Wow. On that interesting note, where is it? Oh, it's somewhere near here. Okay, great. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, this is not good. Anti-target, anti-target. I'm on. Oh. Ho ho. Boop. There you go. Rescue is accomplished. Now I have no idea how to see if we can do. Oops. No, don't do that. Shoot. All right. So at this point, we need to transfer the Kerbals. Oh, it can only be done through connected links. Okay. Well. Board. Oops. All right. And transfer crew. No, we're in an EVA. He jumped off the wrong side of the shuttlecraft. Great. All right. That's okay. You don't have to go that far anyway. Sorry, ho. Board. All right. Well. Undock. And now we need to go grade. Where are we here? We probably have enough electrical charge to go here. Add maneuver. Strip us down to there. That's good. Execute next node. All right. That's from this ship. That's just going to be dead in space, but okay. There we go. And yeah, it's gone. Bye-bye. Actually, we are actually very close. Oh, you know what? I just realized something. We should have taken this with us. Oh, this was a terrible idea. We're out of electrical charge and everything, so I don't even know if we have. Oh well, whatever. That was stupid. Oh. Now we're just floating dead in space. I got 4 Kerbal stuck up here. Alright, well. We have plenty of fuel, so that's good. Alright. That's prograde. Oh, prograde to target, not our orbit. Shoot. Well, we hit 63, so we are coming in. Well, we might actually, you know what? All right. There we go. Woo. All right. After what we can describe as just absolute insanity, we are actually coming in. We do have ability to actually decouple, but right now, I'm tempted to see if I can actually get this to like deorbitable pod. I think that'd be kind of cool. We can land this in Kerbal. Of course, we're gonna get stuff hot. That's okay. We have. Nope. That clearly was not enough. All right. Well. Oh no! Don't tilt that way. How we didn't burn up, I have no idea. Oh, we lost the docking port. Somehow we survived that. Well, that was crazy. Probably should have used the parachutes. Forgot to engage those, so there we go. Like a pro. Now the parachute should open up. 3 parachutes. Why are we? Oh, because we're still on surface. Oh yeah, surface flight is very slow, and they just all. Okay, there we go. Good. Whew. I was worried for a second. Oh, only the top pod survived. Yay, the pilot survived when everyone else died. Oh boy. Alright. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's see what happens with the health thing once we get on the ground. There we go. Oh, whoopsies. I killed half the crew. Half the crew survived. Half the crew. All right. Well, let's see what it actually says in the health thing, because it probably should say they're dead now. Yeah, 2 of them came back. 2 of them did. What's it say now? Oh, good. It says, so they each lost a little bit of life. Surprisingly, not that much difference, despite the fact they were up there for a different amount of time. Apparently, they're still taking a little bit of radiation, even though they're home, but they're plus on the hangar. So let's go to astronaut complex. So missing. These 2 guys died and they're missing. They'll eventually come back, but oops. All right, cool. All right, well, I think that's going to be it for tonight. Definitely an interesting little test. I'm going to have to definitely build a better rocket and try some of the mod stuff. But yeah, no, that was an interesting one. So Yeah, exciting end, and yeah, definitely detach the bottom before you enter the atmosphere. It's the lesson to be learned. All right, good night, guys.